Good morning. Well, this is Ivan Amara. I thought you were working. Yeah, I'm not feeling that good. I have a headache. I feel a little bit feverish. A little tiny bit. So I texted my boss. I'm like, yeah, can I get today off and rest? He's like, okay. Yeah. I'm also tired. I work 4 days straight. I work Sunday to Wednesday. So I wanted today off. I wasn't feeling that good. I have a headache and everything. Yeah. That's why I texted my boss. I'll be good for tomorrow. And my body's tired, so. Yeah. Oh, you have a headache? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. I have no energy to work. That's why I texted my boss. Yeah. Oh, you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday after my shift at Dinty's. Today I'm not working, so I'll make a video in the morning for you guys. Yeah. I talked about Skiv SOURCE, Xanus, how my company will blow out of the water. Yeah. My eyes hurt, man. Jeez. Xanus will blow out of the water. I mean, Skiv will blow out of the water. I talked about how much I'm willing to pay the actors, the world tour. Yeah, for the world tour, the actors will be pulling in there like 800, 600. I think at least 600 plus thousand to even $1 million in speaking money, man. Because I'm probably going to be speaking at like 80 places around the world. Something crazy. Yeah, it's a world tour all over Canada, America, Europe. It's crazy. If I speak at 50 places, the actors will make probably maybe 500, 600K, 700K, 50 places, 80 places, 800, 900 to even $1 million, $1.1 million in speaking. The chances are all my venues will have like 20,000 fans, but some venues will have 30, 40,000. So the actors will make more, like 17, 18, 20 grand in speaking for the night. So you do the math, they pull in 900, even $1 million, $1 million in speaking. So the speaking for the deal is a massive deal for the actors if they go speaking for my company. It's a massive contract. That's why the agents want to make a chunk of that. Because they're greedy, yeah. The agents are like, yeah, if the actors go speaking, we want our cut of that too, our 10%. Yeah, you get your 10% of the actors speaking. If the actors make $1 million, you get what? You're 100K. So Sarah, a deal's a deal, but the $2,000 card you guys don't touch. So Sarah, the agents are gonna want a piece of everything. Yeah, they're greedy, man. They're gonna want a piece of everything. Yeah, I want a piece of all. Yeah, all of John Boyega's earnings. I want a piece of it all, Ivan. I want a piece of all of Peter's earnings. Peter Jackson's agent wants a piece of all of Peter's earnings too, because his agent's greedy. But Peter Jackson's agent will be making a lot of money, like $80 million, $90 million off Peter. Something crazy, yeah. Yeah. It's dark, guys. I'm gonna put the light on. The sunlight's not that good, right? So Peter Jackson will want more money for the World Tour. Yeah, he will. He's greedy, Peter, man. He wants like his $2, $3, $4 million in speaking. He's a greedy Peter. Because he knows me and VJ are going to make our like $10 million off speaking. So he wants a bigger chunk of that. He wants like maybe $2.5, $3 million, Peter. He's a greedy pig, yeah. He's a greedy man. So I get more money for the World Tour. I'm like, no, Peter, I'm not paying more money, man. You got an equal amount with the actors. He's like, why not? I'm bigger now. I'm like, Peter, I'm already paying you way more than everyone else. For the World Tour, you get an equal amount. I'm not paying more money, man. You're fucking greedy, man, Peter. I said, I deserve more. I'm bigger than them. I'm like, Peter, man, I'm already paying you your $1.4 billion deal. You're making way more than everyone else. Stop being blind by greed and being greedy. You get an equal amount with the actors, Peter. Stop being greedy, Samsara. And hence why he might push. He's like, Ivan, like, why are you taking 50% of the money? We should be taking like 90% of the money, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, if I take 9%, the organizers are making like no money. They rented the venue, they have to make some money. It's a nice return too. Yeah, but Ivan, the fans are only paying to see us, not them. Why are you giving them 50% of the money? We should be taking like at least 80% of the money, Ivan, 9% of the money. I'm like, Peter, you're fucking greedy. You know, so we'll make more money, Ivan. Yeah, because Peter wants to make more money. He knows if I take 89% of the money, he'll be pulling in his like 2 million, 2.53 because he's greedy. He wants to make more money for the World Tour, for speaking, because he wants a bigger chunk of that. Yeah, so you're greedy too, man. You're making like your new reach are making like your $10 million, and we're getting the peanuts. I'm like, Peter, you're not getting the peanuts. I'm giving you a good chunk of my money. You're making like your $1.2 million in speaking, man. I don't know, I want more of that high up. I know, Peter, you're greedy. I'm not paying more money, man. You're fucking greedy, Peter. He's a greedy pig. He's greedy, Peter, you know what I'm saying? You think he will tell you that they're ripping you off? Yeah, he will. He's like, Ivan, you're way too generous, man. Why are you giving them 50% of the money? You should be taking like 90% of the money, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? He's a greedy pig. I'm like, Peter, if I take 9%, the organizers are making like no money for themselves. Yeah. They spent a lot of money to rent a venue. If you take 9% of the money, they're not really making good money. Okay, we should at least be taking at least 70% of the money. Even 70%, I'm being a bit too harsh. No, I take 50%, they take the other half. That way they make some nice money for themselves. Peter, so stop being greedy, man. He's a greedy. Peter, he's greedy. He's greedy. He's a greedy pig. Yeah, he's greedy, though, son. Greedy pig, yeah. He's like, fine, whatever, man. I'm just saying, Ivan, they're ripping you off, man. We should be taking, like, most of the money, Ivan. I deserve more money. I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying more money for the World Tour, man. Stop being greedy, Samsara. You're a greedy pig. He's like, fine, Ivan, whatever. He might be pissed off because he wants more money, yeah. I'm like, Peter, you're probably going to be pulling in your $1 million, too. I'm like, Ivan, man, I want more, man. I deserve more. I deserve like a nice $2, $3 million this time. He's greedy. Yeah. So he feels like he deserves more. Yeah, because he knows he's much bigger than the actors and he's my star director. He feels like he deserves more for the World Tour. He wants a bigger paycheck for the World Tour. He wants to make like his 2.53 million off that. Yeah. That's why he might ask me, Ivan, am I going to get more money for the World Tour? I'm like, no, Peter, you're not. You get an equal amount of the actors. Stop being greedy. He's a greedy pig, Peter. Watch out for the greedy Peter, Ivan. He's greedy, no son. You might be pissed off, fine, whatever, Ivan. He's pissed off. Yeah, he wants more money. He's greedy. He's a greedy pig. He's greedy, no son. He wants more money from the World Tour. Because he knows, Peter Jackson's not stupid. He knows the World Tours. You know, Ivan, how much places are we speaking at? 80 places. And then he knows if we hit like 20,000 fans, he knows it's a massive deal. It's way more than what he makes in Hollywood. In Hollywood, Peter probably makes is like 100K, 150K for speaking. He knows for my company, the World Tour is a huge deal. It's like a 700, 800,000 million. He knows me and VJ are going to make like our 8, 9, 10 million. He wants a bigger chunk of that. He wants his 2 million, 2.5. He wants a bigger chunk of that. He's greedy, Peter. He knows the world tour, you can make a lot of money for my company. That's why he wants a big chunk of that. He's greedy. Here's a greedy pig. Yeah. Yeah. So even after you pay Peter $200 million for the merch, $200 million for the game is $85 million, and he knows he's getting $700 million for the movie. He wants more money. Yeah, here's a greedy pig, man. He wants everyone in this world. No money, no amount of money in this world is ever enough for anybody. Everyone wants to do whatever they can have to make more money for themselves in this world. That's why Peter, he knows the speaking fee deal is a massive contract. It's a massive deal. He wants a bigger chunk of that. Peter, he's greedy. Whereas the Hollywood actors won't ask for more money. They know what I'm paying them is way more. And Hollywood actors make like 75, 100K for Comic-Con around their 50K. Whereas for my company, they're pulling in their 600, 700,000, 800,000, even $1 million. Speaking at, if I speak at 100 places, the actors could pull even 1.5 million, 1.4 million in speaking. If I speak at more than 80. But chances are I'll be about maybe 50 to 80, probably 80 places around there. Actors can make their 800 grand to most likely a million in speaking. It's a massive contract. That's why their agents want 10% of that, because they know the speaking fee deals is a world tour. It's a massive deal. The agents want a bigger chunk of that. They're greedy. The agents. Sarah? This is why my company blows out the water. Yeah. Obviously. Whereas me and VJ will make our, like, I don't know, our 10 million in speaking. So the actors make like about 8% of me and VJ's earnings. You know, I can easily be cheap and pay them less, but I'm nice enough to give them a nice piece of my money. So if I speak at a venue of 20,000 people and they charge their fans $40, they make 800K, they take 400K, and me and VJ take 400K. And they're going to ask me, okay, how do you want to split this live? And okay, give me and VJ a $250,000 check and then split $150,000. Okay, give me and VJ a $40,000 check and split $160,000 with the actors, and they make their 10 grand. I won't take $250,000, I'll take $240,000. So $160,000, let's say I bring 16 people with me, divided by 16, the actors get a $10,000 check. Yeah. So let's say most of my venues on average are 20,000 people. You do the math. You speak at 80 places, the actors make 800 grand. But let's say a good maybe 20 of those venues are have like 34,000 people. The actors will be pulling in their $1 million because they're making their 20, 25, 28 grand. So the actors are making their $1 million in speaking. Hence why, guys, I'm going to provide you guys with like 2 Ziploc bags. Put all your checks in there and put it in a safe place. If you lose your check, I'm not going to compensate you. And you got to give your agents your 10% of this, guys. And the actors are pissed off. Why? I even know, like, you got guys, like the agents are your agents. You have to give them 10% of your money. And they might be pissed off at the actors. I'm sorry, guys. That's how it works. You're represented by agent. You have to give them 10% of your money off of speaking. And all the hard actors are like, holy shit, but I've been coming both out while we're making like our 10, 15 grand, 18 grand in speaking for an hour and a half. Holy shit. This is like hundreds of thousands, even $1 million in speaking. Yeah, they're blown away. They're like, holy shit, I was coming out of the water. Yeah. And you get the perks too during the World Tour. You're flying on my private jet. You're staying at I'm going to be staying at luxury hotels. And the actors stay in suites. For Xanus, right? Yeah. But don't rent like $10,000 suite, guys. Rent like $1,500, $2,000. Don't go any higher than $3,000. That way you don't drain the budget. Because I will have leftover money in the budget. That leftover money, I'm going to use it, some of it for the World Tour. The World Tour will cost me a few $1 million, maybe $3 million. $3 million, $3.5 million in cost for the World Tour. It's not that expensive, right? $2.5 million, $3 million in cost. The World Tour cost me to rent all the hotels, the gas for the jet, the 24-hour limo services, and the buffet. The feeding in the buffet is like, yeah, maybe $2.5, $3 million in cost for the World Tour. But it's paid through the budget, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's my coming bottle of water. Yeah. Will Xanus be a masterpiece? Yeah, Xanus will be a masterpiece. It'll be a masterpiece, Xanus. Xanus will be a masterpiece. Yeah, a masterpiece. Yeah. There's a reason why the Gates want to control your brand, Ivan. They know how good it is, man. Yeah, I wrote a masterpiece, man. They want to control your brand. The Gates. Because Last of Xanus is an amazing book. I heard my stepfather, he said, yeah, how the heck can you come up with a story like that? And my stepmother told me, yeah, your book is #1, Ivan, and Hollywood would be all over your book, Ivan. They would love your book, Ivan. Hollywood would love this. I'm like, I know, but I'm not selling out to the Hollywood system, man. I have the keys, I'm going to sell to you. The rights off the book is mine. This money is for me and BJ, it's not for you. I'm sorry. Yeah. You're not touching a dime of my money, man. You already make all the money in the world goes to you, and you want to also take my money. No, man, that money's for me and BJ, it's not for you. You're just a greedy pig, man. You can't stand the fact of me and BJ being billionaires, man. Multi-billionaires, you're crazy. That's why you locked the doors on BJ and you duped her once you sold out. She has a shitty career, she's only worth $12 million. You guys are crazy people, yeah. That's what God gave you the keys, man. He knew the gates are consumed with their envy. Ivan, that's why he gave you the keys. That way you can open your own door and make your easy goals. I know you don't like the keys, Ivan, and like when you think things, some people hate on you and everything. But you're opening the door and it's easy money for you. That's why everyone hates you with the keys, because you can open the door so easily. Yeah, everyone wish they had the keys, but they don't know that. Yeah, the keys is a lottery ticket to easy play-ins, man. Yeah, and freedom too. Because I have the keys, I get my freedom. I don't have to sell to the gates. I'm not under any gatekeeper. Me and VJ we get to be multi-billionaires. We get our freedom, and I can get Peter Jackson. I can get Peter Jackson and all the Hollywood actors out of the Hollywood system, and they get their freedom with me, and I can pay them more money than what they make in Hollywood. Samsara. Yeah, get all those guys out of the Hollywood system, all the chosen ones. But I told you, after you experience that success and fame with me for my movie, you're gonna go back to Hollywood like how you guys are. I'm not gonna sign you. I know they're gonna beg their asses off and everything. Some of them might cry. I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna sign you. You're gonna go back to Hollywood and you left behind you get what you deserve. Samsara, I'm not gonna do that, Samsara. So even Timothy Chalamet, if he's chosen for Papyri, and Russell Crowe, they're gonna beg too, man. Man, can I be in your next Secret Agent movie? I'm like, no, guys. I'm like, Timothy, you signed your first deal with Warner Bros. Like, Ivan, man, I don't want to go. Ivan, Warner Bros. Is not your company, man. It's not Sky Source. I don't want to go back to Hollywood system and make less money. I want to work for you, man. Please, Ivan. Please, VJ. Please. Please, save me. Please. So I have the best. This is the this is the highlight of my career. This is the best experience I ever had in my life. Yeah, all the Hollywood actors will say, yeah, my best movie experience was working for Ivan's company over all the Hollywood movies. Yeah, even though John Boyega had a pretty good Star Wars experience, he'll tell everyone, yeah, the highlight of my career was working on that Zane's movie with Ivan, man. Did you enjoy it more than working on Star Wars? He's like, heck yeah. I enjoyed working on Zane's way more than I did Star Wars. I made way more money, and Ivan gave me a better person. Ivan's company's better than Hollywood. I experienced that glorious success and fame with Ivan. The worldwide fame with Ivan and VJ, yeah. So I'll make them tell the actors that the highlight of my career was working on Ivan's Sky Source Xanus movie, yeah. Tell them that, the actors. John Boyega. Yeah, that's why I saw my master deal. Ivan took me out tonight. Ivan and VJ and Peter took me out tonight's dinner. Really? Yeah, he took me out tonight's dinner. Yeah, I saw that in the trends. Yeah, they took us out tonight's dinner, man. And after that, I partied up at his like $650 million house. Him and VG $650 million house. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sincere. Man, I have no energy, man. Jeez. Yeah. Yeah, Eric Rezahaki, I'll pay them a 20,000 bonus. 200K the third year, 200K the fourth year, and another 20,000 bonus for his movie project will be my head chest. The problem is Reza's leg is fucked up right now. So like I hope his leg heals by the time I start Skyshi's, obviously. Because I can't have Reza working for my company if his leg is not good, right? Yeah, that's the thing about Reza. I hope his leg gets better, obviously, right? Yeah. Obviously. And Tony will be my boss dishwasher. I'll pay him his 2-year 200K deal. He makes 100K. And he makes another 100K for the fourth year. So 100K the third year, Tony, and another 100K the fourth year. That's a good deal for Tony, obviously. That way he gets paid a good salary. And for the greatest hip, I'll pay him 250K for like, I don't know, a year. He'll be working for like a year. He gets his 250 grand. 250 grand is like 150K after taxes. So Tony's making like his, I don't know, his like 12 grand a month. Like his 6.5 thousand a paycheck, whatever it is. A lot of money for Tony. For the Great Escape, the second movie, right? It's a good paycheck for Tony. Yeah, because his family's not that rich. He tells me how his family, they struggle to pay bills. He has to help out his family. So if you pay Tony that money, he can help out his family a little bit. And he can live a great life. Buy his like $300,000, $400,000 house. He can get his dream Charger car. He can easily pay his bills. The money he makes off my movie, that's enough money to last him for like 2-3 years. He doesn't even have to work, or he might work. It's up to him. Like after you make your money off the movie, he might work. That way he makes it more money, or he might just chill, just pay his bills, go on vacation, because he made more enough money. He can easily afford to pay his bills. And a couple years later, like 2 years later, I call him back for the next movie. He gets a bigger paycheck, right? Like for Very Unique Tony, he will be making 300K for a year. He's making more now. 300K is 180,000 after taxes. And then for the Hit Van movie, Tony makes his 350. And by the time I do the Western Gangster movie, Tony will be after 20 years, Tony will be making 400,000 a year. And now he's even richer. And that's enough money for him to pay his bills. He won't even have to work. He can provide for his family. So I'll give you $50,000 raises, Tony, for each movie. Obviously. And Eric Rezahaki get raises too. Obviously. For the Great Escape, Eric Rezahaki is my head chef, get $50,000 salary. And they get two $30,000 bonuses. A $30,000 signing bonus and a $30,000 bonus after filming is done. That's a good deal for Eric Rezahaki. I just pray to God Reza's leg gets better, because if Reza's leg is not good, I have to hire someone else. See what I'm saying? Because I'm like, Reza, like if your leg is not good, I can't have you work. You can't work if your leg is like that, right? So I pray to God his leg gets better. I hope, you know what I'm saying? Because I really want Reza to be my head chef, but if his leg is not good, he can't work as my head chef. You can't have him work as your head chef. Yeah. So I'm saying? Ivan, what about 600K? I'm like, guys, you're getting greedy. No, you get $450,000 for the Great Escape. You're getting greedy, guys. I'm not going to pay you 600K. No, you get $450K. And your two $30,000 bonuses. That's a good deal for you guys, Sam. Yeah. 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 Fine, your book is a bit raw. Yes, some sections of my book you'll catch a bit of rawness in there. Obviously, because I don't have an editor, I did everything myself. But I don't want anyone touching my story. That's why I'd rather leave some of my rawness in there than have an editor tamper with my story. But the story, only maybe like 0.5% of my book is raw, and the rest of it is top notch, man. It's an amazing book, man. Yeah. You'll see that when you read it. You read, you're like, holy shit, this book is sick. This is the best fantasy novel I've read in my life. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. There's a reason why the gates won't control your brand, Ivan. They know how good it is. They know my brand will be more popular than Harry Potter. Yeah, Ivan's books will be more popular than Harry Potter. Yeah, it is. More popular than Harry Potter. The world will be buzzing with my book, man. Holy shit, you read Ivan's book, man. That's a fucking sick book, man. Especially the huge plot twist of Volume 3. Holy shit, this is a sick book. Yeah, it's a sick book. I wrote a masterpiece. Yeah. So, Sarah? Yeah. So Aratat no be devils, yeah, man. I'm making Xanus for 1.8 million. You do the math. I'm applying all the 300 plus million towards visual effects, special effects towards each volume. You do the math how scary Aratat. I'm looking at devils, and I'm also putting a lot of money towards the mask. 100 million bucks towards the clothing, the armor and weapons, and the costumes and the mask. Not the masks like Lord of the Rings, but these are updated masks. Like even better than that devil being an animal. That picture there, yeah. Because yeah, if Lord of the Rings was made in the 90s, like the technology's got much better since then. We can create much better masks than we did back then, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. The technology has gotten much better since then, obviously. This is 30-some plus years since Lord of the Rings. So technology's gotten much better since then, right? Yeah. Lord of the Rings was made in the early 2000s, in the 90s, and released in early 2000s. Technology has gotten much better since then. Like I go back and I watch the Lord of the Rings trailers, you can tell it looks a bit outdated. It looks a little dated because it's an old movie, right? It came out like 20 some years ago. Old movie, yeah. When Lord of the Rings came out, I was a kid, man. I was a little kid, yeah. When Lord of the Rings came out, I was like 10 years old. 10, 11, 12 years old. Yeah. Did you see the movies on theaters? Yeah, I saw Fellowship of the Ring on theaters. Two Towers I did not see on theaters. I was pissed off. I really wanted to see 2000 theaters. And I saw Return of the King on theaters. And Fellowship of the Ring was my best movie experience of my life. I've never been so hooked and scared watching a movie. I was scared, New York's freaked me out when I watched it when I was 10 years old. And it was the best movie experience of my life. And my second best movie experience was Revenge of the Sith. That was a fucking masterpiece, man. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith is an amazing movie. I do like Revenge of the Sith. Oh yeah, I love Revenge of the Sith. I think is a masterpiece, man. It's an amazing movie, man. Yeah, a lot of fans like Revenge of the Sith. Like I know a lot of fans don't like the prequels, but Revenge of the Sith, a lot of fans like. It's the other two movies, Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, I don't really like. Phantom Menace, I like quite a bit. Attack of the Clones is not that good, obviously. That movie was not that good. But Revenge of the Sith, I think, is a masterpiece. It's an amazing movie, man. The fall of Anakin Skywalker. But it's very depressing because Anakin goes to the dark side. That's the only thing I don't like about it. It's depressing, but Anakin goes to the dark side. He kills Padme, you know what I'm saying? And he becomes Vader. It's a bit sad and depressing, but it's a masterpiece. I love Revenge of the Sith. I was hooked watching all these. I mean, this movie's sick. When I saw it in theaters, I was hooked. I'm like, this is a sick movie. Yeah, it was a sick movie. It was sick seeing it on theaters, man. Yeah. 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 So I got 2 beers from yesterday. Yeah. So the actors will be featured on your Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News. Yeah. I have something called Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News on my website, and all the news is featured there. The magazine pictures are featured there, and the commercials will play before the trailers. Yeah, you're looking at sick commercials. Yeah, the doc trailers. I'll be releasing 2 doc trailers a year. 2 doc trailers a year, obviously. First year, 2 trailers. Second year, 2 trailers, and the commercials play before the trailers, as well as the movie trailers too. Something fucking cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's my kind of out of the water. And the actors get paid for it. Whereas in Hollywood, the actors don't get paid for that stuff sometimes, man. Yeah. But beware of the greedy agents. Some of the Hollywood actors' agents might want like $1 million for the promos. My guys, I can't afford to pay you that. You're gonna drain my budget. Yeah. Like the promo money is through the $400 million budget too. I'm paying you through the $400 million budget. I have to be careful. No, the actors get like $250K. Obviously. Small A-listers, B-list actors get $250K, and the bigger ones get $300K, and the really big ones who are worth $200 million, they get $400K. And Peter gets $500K. I have 1.5. I'm like, no, Peter. You get $500K for the Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News online promos. I'm not gonna pay promos. I'm not gonna pay more. I'm gonna be featured on an online Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Holy shit! I can't wait for that, Ivan. And you get paid for 2, but you get your $500K during the 4 years. It's a good deal for you. Yeah. Yeah. So how does it work? The people interview us, and then I'm gonna have my writer write it all down, edit it, and then my web designer posts it. He codes it on the website. You guys will see the nice promos featured. It's gonna help promote the movie. Please, guys, not smart. It makes your client more professional. You're gonna help promote the movie. Yeah, Peter. Every year I do the Sky Entertainment news. How many different newses, Ivan? I don't know, like the Yakuza are doing 5 magazine shoots a year, so yeah, there'll be, I don't know, quite a bit of interviews in there. 5 of them will be the magazine ones, and you have other ones that are interviewed, but it's not with the magazines. But you're looking at a lot of stuff featured on the Sky Entertainment News. It's crazy every year. Yeah, you guys will be tuning into that every day. That's why I don't hear that free money bullshit. You guys piss me off. You only made me pay his fee because you wanted to see me have sex, not because of free money, man. You guys are crazy people. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Eric, don't be scary. You're looking at a revolutionization of horror. People tell me, like, yeah, with this technology, you're looking at a revolutionization of horror. Eric and them are going to be walking demons. They're going to be real demons, man. Devils. I showed you guys the pictures, man. That picture I showed you is fucking freaky. Well, think something even scarier than that. Because I'm putting so much money towards the mask. The mask is already scary. You know, applying all the hundreds of millions of treasure effects, they're going to be devils, man. Demons and devils. Because you're looking at devils. Now, you think my rings were scarier than Lord of the Rings. This is going to make them look like good, Ivan. Yeah, my Orcar army look good. I know, Peter. He's like, you're looking at a masterpiece, Ivan. I can't wait for this one. I know, Peter. You're looking at a masterpiece. Amazing movie. Yeah. 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 $1.8 billion, guys, towards the end. Look at that sick movie. Yeah, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna charge my phone because I want to show you guys pictures about Air and all them again. And like Prince of Egypt. My battery's done, so I'm gonna go charge my phone. Back in a sec, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this show. Don't hate me, son. See if everybody don't want to wait. Alright, guys, I'm back. Yeah. That's why my comedy will blow out the water. And she'll walk on BJ. Yeah, that's why BJ cries she lied, because she's desperate, man. She got to by the gates. Yeah, man, she's fucking stupid. Yeah, I fucked up, man. I sold out. I'm a fucking idiot. Even though I'm rich and you're poor, at least you're free and your keys mean a lot. Whereas mine are 100% useless. Yeah, VJ's keys are 100% useless, man. Yeah, but, she promotes her stuff she promotes all her stuff. The whole world knows about it. Because she's under the gates, they're never gonna let her make her money. Fucking stupid, yeah. That's why she cries. And she loves me a lot. She wants to be with me. She wants to see the light. And she wants to live that ways like me. I don't want to be doing all these shitty independent movies, making my 300, 400K. I want to make the billions with you, Ivan. And be free with you and be featured on the magazines with you, the commercials with you, the Sky Source news. And I want to sign I'm going to be the most famous movie star in the world. Yeah, she's crazy. I want to go world tour with you. I want to be featured in my car with you. I want to travel with you. She's fucking crazy. I want to go close shop with you. I want to get the best cars with you. I want to get those jets with you, those yachts with you, because she's fucking crazy. That's why she cries, Ivan. She's desperate. That's why the crying is on non-stop every night, because she's crazy, man. And I'm special. I'm her baby, obviously, right? Yeah. That's why she cries to me. Yeah, she's crazy. Crazy woman. Why she cries to you, Ivan? Yeah, she got to by the gates. Oh, Ivan, get me out of here. I fucked up. Yeah, she wants me to get out of Hollywood. Yeah, I want to be free with you and start that big films with you. I don't want to be fucking left behind in Hollywood with a shitty career. Yeah, man. That's why she cries. She's crazy. She wants a piece of my billions too off my book. I don't know, my $15 billion off the book. She wants a piece of that. She's greedy. She wants a piece of my. I want a piece of your billions too. Yeah, VJ wants a piece of my billions off the book. Yeah, I don't know, my $50 million. How much did you make off your book, by the way, sweetie? Yeah, I made $50 million. You made $50 million? Well, yeah, she's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money, Ivan. Ivan, you were brave to not sell to the families, Ivan. You made the right choice. Now you get me all fresh yourself, Ivan. You have no idea how trash I was before. I was garbage. And now you get me all fresh yourself. We get the going beauty, Ivan, yeah. And you get me all to yourself too, VJ. VJ gets Ivan Mare, handsome Ivan Mare all to herself. And I get VJ all to myself, yeah. No, seriously, VJ, can I ask you a question? What, Ivan? Why the fuck did, like I'm walking around, VJ, why the fuck did you destroy my sleep every night, man, for fucking years? Ivan, I don't want to miss out on this. Are you fucking crazy, man? I don't want to be left behind. I want to be the main event with you, train with you. I want a piece of your billions. I want to be a famous movie star with you. And I want to see that. I love you. I want to be there. I don't want to miss out on this life. She's fucking evil, man. Yeah, man. And now that you see the light and I saved your ass, now you're no longer crying. She's fucking crazy, that woman. Yeah, man. Ivan, I hate seeing hell. I know what I'm saying. And when she meets me, she's like, Ivan, man, thank you, you saved me. And she's like, I never want to see hell ever again, man. I never want to see hell ever again. She'll tell me that, yeah. I never want to see hell again. That's why she'll be clinging on to me. Yeah, I'm smart. Her seeing the light keeps her in check. She's never going to cheat on me. Because she knows if she lets another man touch her, she'll see hell again. She doesn't want to see hell again. We just not want to see hell again, man. She knows she's the lucky one who sees the light. That's why she's clinging on to me, man. When she's screwing me, she's clinging on to me because she knows she's the lucky one who sees the light. The only reason why she's the light is because she's my spirit. That's why she's the only one who can see me. Because she's holy like me. She's my spirit. That's why she sees the light. Because you guys are going to see hell. You're never going to see my Father. You don't deserve to see my Father because you're wicked people. You don't deserve to see my Father. There you go. Even when I pay the fee, you're not going to see my Father. You'll see me have sex with a woman, but you're not going to see my Father. Hence why the whole thing is set up. And it'll finally hit your mind out. Even though I haven't banged this chick, his father kept running away. Yes, and you guys knew this. I gave you the warning. You're going to get rip-off sex if you want to see me and Misha have sex. So you chose the rip-off sex being left behind than being saved. I and Misha, the public eye, being saved and never seeing their sex. And you guys made your choices. You're fucking stupid. You chose the rip-off and being left behind over the glory, the amazing glory, and never seeing our sex. Yeah, you made your choice. You have two choices, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to put an ad for my 7 team. My 7 team I'll have 2 secretaries. You have to work for the Hollywood companies. The big 5. The secretaries, I'll pay them a $4 million bonus. Signing bonus. That way they can buy their house and pay their bills. And a $1 million yearly salary for the 4 years. So they get $4 million for the 4 years of work. The secretaries. What about 6? I'm like, guys, I'm not going to pay you 6. You rip me off. You're going to be affecting my budget. You get $1 million for secretaries, a good paycheck. Secretaries don't make that in the world. You get a $4 million sign bonus and your $1 million yearly salary for the 4 years. You get a $150K bonus after filming is done. You get your $6 million of the film profits. All right, what about the merge? I'm like, no, you're not getting any money off the merge. You're not getting any money off the game. You only get money off the film profits, not the merch or the game. I'm not gonna have you guys rip me off. In the accountant, lawyer, and higher production, they have to work for the big 5 companies, all the companies. They get a $6 million signing bonus and their $2 million yearly salary, so $8 million for the 4 years, a $250K post-winning bonus, and a rich $12 million of the film profits. That's a good deal for the team. And the presidents of various who I hired: Jon Favreau, Peter Rice, James Gunn, Peter Safran. I don't know. Russo brothers. Kevin Feige's good too, but Kevin Feige's expensive, and Kevin Feige, Disney loves Kevin Feige, so Kevin Feige will be staying with Marvel. I can easily pay Kevin Feige more as my president of my company, obviously. Yeah, but for someone like Kevin Feige, you have to give him like $180 million of the royalties for your movie because he's big, man. He's a big, powerful guy. You have to pay him more money. Kevin Feige is high on lucky. But Kevin Feige, I could pay him, I don't know. I can pay him his... But Kevin Feige, you have to pay him, I don't know, like a $50 million signing bonus. And then you can pay him his $7 million salary. $7 million salary for the first year, and the other years you can pay him maybe $5 million. That's a good deal for him, obviously, and you give him like $180 million of the royalties for Xanus. But he's highly unlikely because he's doing Marvel, man. He's locked on for Marvel. Yeah, he's highly unlikely, obviously. But I told you Kevin Feige would rather get out. I'd rather get out of the Hall. This doesn't work for Ivan and be saved. You know what I'm saying? And experience like Lord has something with him. They're fucking working hard. Because I told you when I start Skiv Entertainment, even Marvel is a side attention. That's why Kevin Feige might apply too. He might send his resume too. Yeah, but he's highly unlikely. The Russo brothers are good too, obviously, but they're directors. Who you lean towards? I'm leaning towards Peter Rice and Jon Favreau, to be honest, or maybe Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. But Peter Rice is very good, and Jon Favreau, as the president of my company, they're going to be the boss of my company. They're going to be running everything. They have to oversee the game division, the merch division, and the movie division. And they're going to be doing a lot of business calls, and they're responsible. They're going to be helping me out with payroll, paying all the crewmen and everything. Yeah, the presidents are responsible for all that. James Gunn and Peter Safran are very good too, but I have to grab them from DC. But I told you, the DC thing is successful. David Zaslav will be extending James Gunn and Peter Safran if the DC thing is successful, which I think it will be. I think Superman will do probably $800 million to maybe $1.2 billion in the box office. My prediction, right? I think Superman, James Gunn's Superman, that gets released in this July, I think it'll do $800 million to maybe $1.2 billion. But if it does like 1.8, 2 and all, 1.5, 1.8, 2 and all, I will not be surprised. It's a Superman movie. Because 250 million people watch the trailer. So if 200 million people see Superman will be doing $1.82 billion in the box. I highly doubt that. My guess is 800 million to maybe 1.2 billion Superman does in the box office. 800 million, 900 million, a billion, maybe 1.2. I will not be shocked if it does 2 billion because it's a Superman movie. That's my prediction. So if it does do $1.2 billion, I will not be surprised because it's a Superman movie and 250 million people watch the trailer. So if a good $200 million, those 250 million people see the movie, Superman will be doing close to $2 billion in the box office. And I'm promoting Superman for Warner Bros. Like, yeah, you're welcome, Warner Bros. I'm promoting your brand. That's a nice I am. David Zaslav, Ivan, thank you, man. You're promoting my Superman brand. Yeah, I'm promoting your Superman brand. You're welcome. James Gunn Superman is coming out this July, guys. I recommend you guys all show Warner Bros. Some love, show James Gunn some love, and watch that movie, the launch of the new DC universe. Yeah. You're welcome, guys. Yeah. Yeah. J.J. Abrams is good too, but I think I'm probably going to choose Peter Rice or Jon Favreau, maybe, perhaps. Or if James Gunn and Peter Safran are available, I might choose them. But they won't be available. They're locked on for DC. If the DC thing is successful, which I think it will be, David Zaslav will be extending James Gunn and Peter Safran for their contracts. But they're going to try to find, if they know I'm interested in them, they're going to try to find a way to get out of their contract because they'd rather work for me. And even though the DC thing is big, I'd rather work for Ivan, man. Like, once Ivan's king, my DC universe will be a side attention. Yeah, even the DC universe will be a side attention when I'm king, man. The Xanus movie is the main event, not the DC franchise, man. Marvel's not the main event anymore. The what? What? The Xanus movie is the main event. Yeah. Some Sarah? Yeah. That's my deal for my team. James Gunn, I can pay him a $5 million bonus for if I choose him. 25. Peter Safran, I'll match his contract with James. Pay both of them a $25 million signing bonus, but they get like their salary you have to have it modest, that way you don't affect the budget. Pay James Gunn like a $4.5 million salary. The other years he gets $2.8 million salary. You can give James Gunn and Peter Safran a good $70 million of the film profits. I what about the merch? I'm like, no, you guys don't get any money off the merch or the game. You just get your money off the 70 million of the film profit. It's a lot of money, but you guys have to live in Vancouver. You can't live in the States. That way, you're not affected by the rates. Yeah, 70 million is 42 million after taxes. That's a lot of money for James Gunn and Peter Safran if I choose them, right? James Gunn's like, holy shit, that's a lot of money. I don't even make this for DC. For DC, I make like my 15 million, yeah. And I get like maybe 20 million of the royalties for the movie, yeah. This is more than what James Gunn is not making that for as CEO of DC. Hollywood's not paying him that. I can easily pay him more for my company, yeah. Obviously, because James Gunn's a creative guy, what I'll do is he'll help me out more with the creative stuff, but he has to also handle the business. And Peter Safran will handle more of the business stuff. But I'm gonna tell Peter Safran, I want you to groom James Gunn and groom him in the business, because James Gunn's not really a business guy; he's a creative guy. So James Gunn, you can easily have him help you with the concept arts. He helps you with ideas for the merge, but because he's my president, you have to oversee the merchandise division, the game division, and the movie division. It's a lot of work. I don't pay all this money for nothing. You have to work hard. And you guys are responsible for signing all of the crewmen, too. Help me out with payroll and everything. Yeah, you have to oversee the 3 divisions. It's a lot of work. Yeah. But you don't have to worry about my stuff flopping and tanking. Everything will be successful. I have the keys again. I'm going to your special. You just work hard and you get your check, man. And you get your freedom with me. You don't have to do anything because I'm clean. I get you out of Hollywood systems, I'm sorry. Zack Snyder's good too. Zack Snyder's good too, yeah. All those guys been saying in the Reddit. This has been crazy, yeah. Yeah. Some Sarah? That's what I do for my 17. Yeah. They all signed massive deals, yeah. But I guarantee you the 5 might want a 10 million yearly salary. My guys, I'm not gonna pay you $10 million, man. I'm not gonna take out like 100 plus million dollars of my money, 150 plus million dollars of my money to pay you $10 million a year. You're fucking crazy, man. If I pay you 10 million a year for 4 years, that's like I have to take out $200 million of my money just to pay you that, man. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna pay you that. You rip me off. Only the presidents get a bigger contract. But for the yearly salary, you have to pay them modest amounts because that's paid through the budget. I can't afford to pay all these guys $10 million. They're ripping you off and you're being way too generous. I already gave you your rich bonus. I'm giving you a piece of the film profits. I'm not going to pay you like $10 million. You have to pay them a modest amount. But to keep them happy, pay them a big bonus, signing bonus. That way they're happy. Pay them a big bonus. That's how it works, and that way they're happy. So, Sarah? Yeah. What about Bob Iger and David Zaslav? Bob Iger is too old. He's in his 70s. If he was younger, I would highly consider him because he ran Disney, obviously. David Zaslav is also good too, but he's like 64 now. By the time I start guys, he'll be in his 70s. He'll be old. Or you can have David Zaslav work for you for maybe 10 years, and after that, he's done after that. So he's maybe 83, 84 if you want. You can do that if you want. Whereas Bob Iger is too old. Bob Iger is fucking old. But even some of the Disney CEOs will be sending in their resumes for my company because all these guys want out of the Hollywood system. Yeah, I want out of the Hollywood system. I'd rather work for Ivan and be safe than work in fucking Hollywood and be the side attention. Yeah, they're all some of the Disney CEOs and executives might send in their resumes too. I'm gonna put a rule: you can't be any older than like 67. If you're older than 67, I'm not gonna sign you, man. You're too old. You're getting old, Sarah. David Zaslav's good. David Zaslav is 64 now. By the time I start Ski's name will be like 74. You can have him work for you for maybe 10 years as the president of your company. And after that, you retire him. He resigns. You can do that if you want. Because David Zaz is a little younger than Bob Iger. Well, Bob Iger's too old. He's like 74 now. By the time I start Ski's, will be like 85. He's too old. That's why I'm not going to have Bob Iger on board, obviously. He's too old. Don't hang him. So, yeah. I'm not going to hire old people, I'm sorry. Yeah. The Netflix CEO is good too. He's good too. The Netflix CEO, what's his name? He's 60 now. So by the time I start Sky's Entertainment, he'll be 70. What I can do, the guys who are 60 now, when I start Sky's Entertainment, if they're like 70, you can have them work for you for maybe 10, 12 years. And after that, when they're 83, 84, you resign them. The Netflix CEOs are good too. The Ted guy, whatever his name is, you can have those guys be the president of your company too, yeah. But they can only work for me for maybe 10 years because they're old. By the time I start guys, will be like 70. David Zaz will be like 70. You can have them work for you maybe for 10 years or something like that. But guarantee, even the executives and CEOs will be in Hollywood will be sending in their resumes too because they'd rather work for me. I'm king now. They'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. They know I can easily pay them more money. They want out of the Hollywood system, man. I get you out of the Hollywood system, yeah. Get your free with me right now. That's why you're looking at a lot of competition, especially for the president position, man. All these guys are sending in their resumes, man. It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, man. And then me and VJ have to make a choice who you want to choose. Who are you going to choose? I don't know. Somebody tells me it'll be Peter Rice and Jon Favreau. Or maybe Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. I don't know. Peter Rice, Jon Favreau, maybe? As the president of my company? Yeah. Jon Favreau will pay him a $34 million signing bonus. That's a good deal for him. You can pay him his $6 million for the first year and pay him like $3.4 million. You already signed for the other years. You can give Jon Favreau a good 100 like $20 million of the film profits. And that's in his Canadian money. Because for my 7 team, you have to live in Canada. You have to live in Vancouver. If you have homes in America, you can pay rent it out or something or sell it off. But you have to live in Vancouver. I don't want you guys to live in the States because I don't want you guys being affected by the rates and being away from your family. It's not fun working and being away from your family, right? And you have to live in Vancouver with your family and buy a house in Vancouver. That way you can see your family. I know it's very depressing working and being away from your family. It's not fun. Whereas the Hollywood actors, they don't have to live in Canada. The Hollywood actors are contractors. That's fine. But the 7th team have to live in Vancouver. I'm sorry. We just Sky Source companies. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we're gonna be boss man. I look at us, we're boss man. Like we're paying all these guys their salary. Yeah. We are the boss man. We're the big boss. Yeah. Yeah, I read you the boss. Yeah, we're the big boss man. We're the boss. I might have I might have 2 assistants. Pay them $300K a year. The assistants, obviously. Yeah. So I might have a 9 team, 2 assistants, pay them $300K. They're gonna help out my team with the calls, helping me with the secretaries with the agents. Yeah, you pay them $300K a year. So sign them to a 4-year, like $1.2 million deal, $300K a year. Your 2 assistants, Ivan. Yeah. Yeah. That's why Skiv SOURCE will blow all the water. Some saying? Yeah, man. I'm making Xanus for $1.8 million. That's why Peter will be happy. Because I gave Peter an unlimited $1.8 million budget. Yeah. That's why I'm knocking you off, Peter, man. If you want more money for the World Tour, I'm not paying more money, man. You're fucking greedy, man. You're making way more than everyone. You're even making more than my presence, man. Because Peter's bigger than everyone else. That's why he's a billionaire. That's why I'm making sure he gets paid. Like, I'm paying your $85 million base, your $200 million of the merchandise royalties, $200 million of the game royalties, and your $700 million of the film profit royalties. I'm not paying you more for the World Tour, but you get an equal amount of everyone else. Stop being greedy, man. Because Peter's greedy, he knows he's bigger than everyone else. He wants more. He wants a good $2.53 million in speaking because he's greedy. He's a greedy pig. Can I have more of that? I'm like, no, Peter, you get an equal amount with everyone else, man. He's like, fine, Ivan, man, whatever, man. He's might be a bit pissed off. I'm like, Peter, are you mad? I'm like, yeah, Ivan, man, I deserve to make more. I'm like, Peter, you're already making way more than everyone else for this movie. Ivan, man, I deserve more. I know, Peter, like, yeah, whatever, you deserve a bit more, but I'm not going to pay you a bit more, Peter. You're getting greedy. You get an equal amount with the with the actors, man, and the members of my team. Some Sarah. Yeah, you're gonna make, I don't know, your $800,000, $1 million, $1.2 million in speaking period. That's not enough. You know, Ivan. I want a bit more of that, Ivan. He's greedy. He wants more. Yeah, he wants like 2.53. He wants a bigger chunk of me and VJ's, I don't know, $10 million. He wants like $2.53 million of that. He's greedy. He wants more for the speaking fee earnings. Yeah, he's greedy, Peter. He's a greedy pig. I could have the doc team film it, but I have to rent another plane to fly. I have to have maybe 3 cameramen come with me, and I have to rent another plane for it. But filming 80 interviews is crazy. You guys will be binging that, right? Yeah. I might perhaps have it filmed. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Most likely not, man. I'm not going to have the doc team film 80 interviews. That's crazy. No, the World Tour will be behind the scenes. If you guys are missing out, yeah, peace out. Yeah, man. Yeah. So Russell Crowe might want more for Xanus. Yeah, he might. If I choose Russell Crowe for Xanus, his agent might push for $100 million for Russell Crowe for the film process. I might no. Russell Crowe gets 55. He doesn't get $100 million of the royalties. He's not worth that. After he does Xanus, he'll be worth his like $80 million. He's worth like now his $180 million. But Russell Crowe gets $55 million of the film profits. And he gets his $18 million salary. I'd worry about 25. No. He gets $18 million base, which is like, I don't know, $22 million in his Australian money for his salary for the 1 year of shooting, and he gets his $9.7 million sign bonus. And he gets $300K for the Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News promos. I'm not paying more than that, man. I've worked $1 million for Russell Crowe. I'm like, no, he gets $300K. In Hollywood, they don't even get paid for this sometimes. $300K is a nice paycheck for being on the Skiv SOURCE Entertainment News. That's a good paycheck for the actors for Russell Crowe, right? Yeah. Yeah, here's the guy. Even Russell Crowe is good for Xanus, but you gotta pay him more money on him. You gotta give him a nice piece of the film profits. You gotta pay him his salary. Yeah, Peter, I'm willing to pay him 18 million, 9.7. That's a good deal for him. And you give him 55 million of the film profits. Yeah, Peter, and I'll give him 4 million for the game, and like 3 million for the merch. That's a good deal for Russell Crowe. Yeah, Russell signed like his 90 million Canadian deal, which is like a 100 like plus million, 104 million deal in his Australian money. So Russell signed a massive $100 million movie deal for the movie contract, man. And you also have potential earnings in speaking that can range from $600K, $700K to even $1 million, $1 million in speaking. That's why my company blows out of the water. Yeah, the speaking field deal is a massive contract. It's like a 800 grand, 700 grand, 1 million deal for the actors for in speaking earnings. If I speak at 100 places, the actors couldn't even pull in 1.5, 1.6, 1.5, 1.4 million speaking. A lot of money for the actors, but you got to give this the 10% of your money to the agents, guys. The agents, a deal's a deal. The agents are taking 10% of your money, and they might be pissed off. Like, guys, I'm sorry if you're pissed off. Your agents are taking their 10% of your earnings for the speaking too. But $2 here for they don't touch that. They won't touch your money, guys. But everything else, they're taking a piece of your earnings. That's how it works, right? Yeah, the agents have to get paid, right? The agents and managers have to get paid in Hollywood. They have to get paid. The agencies have to make their money. You have to pay them. You have to give them a piece of your money, guys. That's how it works, man. They're representing you. They have to get paid. So, Sarah. Yeah. And Timothy Chalamet, I'll pay him $10.5 million for the role of Papari if he's chosen, and I'll give him. He will most likely be worth his like $40 million by then. Give him a rich $16 million of the film profits. Pay him his $2.3 million for the game contract, and you can give him $1 million, like $2 million, $1 million, like $2 for the merch. So Timothy Chalamet signed his $30 million deal, which is like a $21 million deal in his American money. He's walking away with like, that's like 12.8 million. I don't know, about 13 million around there. About 13 million after taxes. So his agent takes 10%. That's 1.3 million. Timothy Chalamet is walking away with like 11 something million in his bank after taxes. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. Who will be the highest paid actor in your movie, Ivan? Ariana Grande signed the biggest. No, if Russell Crowe's chosen, he signed the biggest deal. If Timothy Chalamet is chosen, he signed the biggest deal. But Carl Urban will be like second. Will be up there too because Carl Urban lives in New Zealand, so he's making a bit more. Carl Urban signed like a 21 million deal, whatever it is. That's like 28 million, 29 million in his New Zealand money. So Carl Urban's walking away with, I don't know, like 16 million in his bank after taxes, man. It's like crazy. 15.5, 16 million in his bank. I said 10 yesterday. No, he's walking away with like 15, 16 million in his bank, Carl Urban. He's got a massive deal. He lives in New Zealand, so he's lucky. He's lucky like Peter, right? Yeah. Russell Crowe's lucky too because he lives in Australia, so he's making even more. Obviously. That's why Carl Urban's like, holy shit, man, I saw that man. So I don't make this all. Ivan, I only make like I don't know, my 3-4 million for the boys, Ivan. And for Lord of the Rings, I made like 100K. Carl Urban will tell me, he's like, holy shit, I saw that man. So yeah, Carl, when you live in New Zealand, you're making even more. I know, Ivan. He's like, holy shit. He's like, sign me up, Ivan. He's like, I'm going to work much harder for you to I did Lord of the Rings. Are you fucking kidding? I made nothing for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Lord of the Rings launched my career, but I made like peanuts for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And Carl Urban destroyed the role of Hammer in Lord of the Rings. And he made like, I don't know, it was 100K for Lord of the Rings. Where for my company, he signed like his 21 million deal, which is like a 28, 29 million dollar deal in his own money. He's walking away like 15 million, 16 million in his bank after taxes, man. It's like crazy. Getting paid. Yeah, that's why they'll destroy the role. Yeah, I'm going to work much harder for you, Ivan. You signed me to a mega deal, I know. And he'll finally hit Peter Jackson's mind. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, your company blows out of the water. All your Hollywood actors sign massive deals, Ivan. Russell Crowe, if he's chosen, signed his 100 million deal. Timothy Chalamet signed his 30 million deal. You know what I'm saying? He's like, holy shit, you're cutting balls out of the water. Like, Avon Joy signed his $12 million deal. John Boyega signed like his $20 million deal. All your actors signed mega deals, Ivan. Yeah, he's like, holy shit, you're cutting balls out of the water. My actors for the rings made nothing. Yeah. Ivan, your company is like taking it to the next level. This is the new Hollywood. Yeah, it's a new Hollywood, Peter. He's like, holy shit, you're making Xanus for $1.8 billion. He's like, holy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Peter's like, holy shit, your company blows out of the water. I know Peter blows out of the water. Yeah. The reason why I'm very jazzed, I know me and Reed are going to make our billions off the movie, so it doesn't hurt to make sure the actors get paid good money. But if their agents get greedy and want our money, I'm not paying them money, man. You guys are getting greedy, sir. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go upstairs and get my phone. I want to show you guys pictures for my movie. Alright, guys, I'm back. I want to show you guys Eritat and all of them again, right? Yeah, so Ivan, for the Zane's movie project, you got to show Peter, Guillermo del Toro, and John Howe and Alan Lee what you're thinking of for the demonic characters in your world. That way, they're demons and devils. And show Peter, Prince of Egypt, that way he knows. You get an idea for the Exodus of Saphius, obviously. That's why Zane's will be a masterpiece. My phone's charging now, so I can show you guys pictures. It's only 10:21. Yeah, so for Ephesus and the bats, I want them to look like this. See? Like this. Show Peter, John Howley, what you're thinking of for the bats. Something like this. And I want the costumes and masks to be professional like this. See, this looks updated from the mask in Lord of the Rings, right? This looks a bit updated. So it'll be better than this. Because I'm putting $100 million towards all that. What just happened? My phone. Okay. I want Ephesus and the bastard like this. He's alright. I can picture Ephesus like that. Yeah, and John Halley, okay, I was what you're saying. And don't copy this, but have some similarities and make them devils. Push the horror to the limit, guys. Make them as scary as you possibly may be. Okay, guys. And John Halley, you know what you're talking about, Ivan. And for Aratat and the Wolves, I want them to look like this. Devils like this. See that? Devils like that, yeah, man. For the movie. That's why Zane's going to be a masterpiece. And that's why Timothy Chalamet and Russell Crowe and all them are going to be competing hard for the job. They want to be on a movie so bad. I want to be part of that amazing story, man. Fighting all those devils, yeah. Yeah. That's it. Devils like that, man, for my movie, yeah. Fucking scary. Look at that. It's a devil. Yeah, man. Demons are that, guys. Aratat, the king of the south. Peter Ivan, you want the wall circle like that? I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, those are demons. Ivan, that's a bit too scary for the kids. I'm like, guys, the parents can cover them. They can watch them on their own. It's not a big deal, man. Don't play that game, you guys, man. You turn me into a porn star, and those kids watch those porn videos. Don't play that kid game with me, guys. You guys are wicked people. You turn me into a porn star. I shut you up for good. You can't say shit. I want Aratat to be dealt. I don't want PG-13 Aratat, Peter. Otherwise, you're defeating the purpose of the story. I'm sorry. Because Peter might push for PG-13 Aratat. Whereas Mel Gibson will most likely push for radar Aratat. Because Mel Gibson into that. So, no, I want Aratat to be a devil too, Mel Gibson. Whereas Peter might push for PG-13 Aratat. PG-13 Aratat will be formidable, but he won't be that scary. Just like Thanos in Avengers was a PG-13 villain. He wasn't scary, but he was very formidable. You fell for the Avengers. I want Aratat to be formidable, but I also want him to be a devil. I want Ephesus to be a devil. I want Fulful, his son, to be a devil. Morale, the general of the army, to be a devil. Mass and Bass, the twin brother servants. Bull, the pit watcher, devils. And the army, they're devils. The civilians are devils. So, Sarah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Please, Ivan, you're looking at a masterpiece, man. And Ivan, for the scene with Tacitonis and Cassius, when they get captured and they see Aratat on his throne, all the wolves are staring at them and they laugh at them and everything. They're demons like that. I'm like, yeah, he's like, holy shit, you're looking at a masterpiece. The world's gonna feel for you guys, Ivan. Look, this is better than Lord of the Rings. I know, it's better than Lord of the Rings. It's better than Lord of the Rings, I know. Yeah, man. No, Peter Ivan, like, this is gonna be the best movie trilogy ever made, man. Like, nothing will ever top this, I know. Xanus will be better than Lord of the Rings, man. Like, in a masterpiece. Yeah. But Russell Crowe will be competing with Vigo and Don Cheadle, obviously. Vigo and Don Cheadle are worth the same amount of money, so I'll pay Don Cheadle his 10, 16 million of the film profits. Vigo, I can pay him his 10 for the movie, 16 million of the film profits, and they're going to be competing with Russell Crowe. Who do you think Peter will go for? Peter might tell me to go for Vigo because he's biased. He did Lord of the Rings with Vigo. I can go for Vigo. I'm like, Vigo's good, but somebody tells me Don Cheadle's the best, Peter. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Don Cheadle's good for Aramis, Ivan. I can picture more of a black guy, yeah. Russell Crowe's really good too, but he's more expensive, but it will help build more buzz for the movie, Russell Crowe, because he's a bigger, powerful actor. That's why I'm paying him the bigger bucks, obviously, for the movie, Russell Crowe. And Timothy Chalamet will help build more buzz for Xanus because he's bigger than Yvonne Joji and Dev Patel. Timothy Chalamet is a smaller A-lister, whereas Dev Patel is like a rising star. Yvonne Joji is a B-list actor. He's only worth like $1 million. But Yvonne Joji is much cheaper than Timothy Chalamet. Yvonne Joji will gladly do a movie for $4 million and $5.5 million of the film profits. Whereas Timothy Chalamet will want more. He'll want his like 9, 10. And you have to give him more of the film profits, obviously, because he's bigger than Dev Patel and Avon Joje, Timmy Chalamet. Some center. Yeah. Yeah. And for my world, I'm going to show John Han, Ali, and Peter and get a Del Toro. Or Mel Gibson and Randy Wallace if I choose Mel Gibson. Because I might choose Mel Gibson over Peter. I don't hate Peter, I'm saying. I like talking about Peter more, but I might choose Mel over Peter, right? For my world, I want it to look something like this for Xanus. Beautiful, huh? Yeah, something like that for my world. Beautiful, huh? Yeah, for my world. My phone fell down. Yeah, Shoulder on Ali, your idea. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of for the Mist that Vills the South. Peter's like, Ivan, you want a world like that? I'm like, yeah, Ivan, that's beautiful. I know, Peter, it's beautiful. A world like that for Xanus. And for the Gileas Cursed Mountains, that leads to the Gileas City. I want in the book I say it's green it's a green mossy mountain. I want this picture here. This is the Chromecast picture on a TV, right? This is what I'm thinking of for the Gileas Mountains. It's green and mossy. Peter's Ivan, that's beautiful, I know. And there's a pathway and all the Safians journeying through there, and you have the cursed mosquitoes the size of your hand. The jaguars that guard the entrance of the city. Ivan, they're walking in devil terrain like Prince of Egypt. Yeah, they're all scared with torches. Yes. And they're in the caverns, and all the demon bats are sleeping in there. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit. And there's a big battle in there in the cavern. I'm like, yeah, like Moria, yeah. Attacking them have to protect the civilians from the demon bats. Looking at a sick movie, they're devils, and all the civilians are scared. Peter's like, looking at a sick movie. This is gonna be Bear Lord of the Rings. I hope Peter's Bear Lord of the Rings. Look at a masterpiece, man. Peter's like, Ivan, seriously, man. How did you come up with this story, man? You wrote a masterpiece. I don't know, Peter, I'm gifted. No, Ivan, seriously, man. I enjoy your book more than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And your book is much easier to adapt. We can easily follow, your book you can easily follow it page by page, whereas Lord of the Rings you can't do that because J.R.R. Tolkien has so many things going on every page, every chapter. It's crazy, Ivan, yeah. Lord of the Rings you can't really adapt it page to page because J.R.R. Tolkien has so many things going on in every page, whereas my book it's easier to follow than Lord of the Rings. People would tell me, yeah, Ivan, your book is much easier to follow than Lord of the Rings. We can easily adapt it page by page. We'll make changes and omit some stuff, obviously, but your book is much easier to adapt than Lord of the Rings, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, you're looking at our matches, Ivan. The last over Xanus. I'm looking at a sick movie, Ivan. I know, Peter. I can't wait for this with all those devils. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at a war that will blow my Helmsley War out of the water, Ivan. I know, Peter. Ivan, whatever I want to do for the movie, I can afford it. I want to do this for the war, for the demon wolves and bats, for the extras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Peter's all happy. He signed his mega $1.4 million deal, and I gave him an unlimited, almost $2 million budget for the movie. That's why Peter's happy. Mel Gibson's happy. I gave him an unlimited budget. He signed that massive $450 million deal. I gave him $1 million budget, Mel Gibson. That's why Mel Gibson's happy too. I can't wait for this movie. I know Mel. I'm excited too. If I choose Mel over Peter, right? I don't hate Peter. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. So Peter will handle, Peter Jackson will be handling all the main things with me and VJ. Whereas Guillermo and Fran, I'm going to put them to work. They have to help with my 17 with the calls. And Barry Osborne will be helping out my 17 with the calls. That's why they're going to be my assistant producers. I want you guys helping out my 17 with the calls. And then Peter will be in my office with me and VJ, and he's going to help us with the main things. Peter will help me with payroll, keeping track of the budget, and he helped me with all the main things for the movie. Obviously, the film, IMAX cameras, you're going for the cameras. The Burgess Dock Hotel, red carpet event deal at a 2-day party. Peter will help me with that. Peter will help me with the visual effects equipment. He'll help me with the costumes, the clothing, costumes, armor, and weapons, and the mask. So the sewing machines for creating the clothing, the fabric for the clothing, the tools for the armor and weapons for the workshop, and the material for the costume and the mask, and the machines for the mask too. I'm gonna rent like 5 machines that print the mask based off the concept pictures. Then Peter has to help me with the food. We're gonna call the farm in Switzerland. Once we do our location scouting, we found out where we want to shoot the movie in Switzerland. We have to find a farm that's nearby there, maybe a good hour and a half away. Then we call that farm, and that's where we're gonna order all the food in Switzerland. Peter's like, Ivan, you're serving the cast and crew this kind of food. I'm like, yeah. He's like, holy shit, this is a luxury buffet, Ivan. Ivan, you're spoiling the cast and crew with this kind of food. I know. Ivan, your company blows out water. For the Lord of the Rings, we had like sandwiches, Ivan. Yeah, people tell me that. We had like sandwiches for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Yeah, your company blows out of the water. I know, Peter. And if you serve the cast and crew this kind of food, they're gonna work hard for you because they're getting spoiled and all you can eat buffet. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's nice to get paid all that money. And you film the movie, obviously. And then what? You know what I'm saying? And then you okay, guys, it's time for lunch. The head production's like, it's okay. The head production's like, okay, guys, it's time for break. It's time for breakfast. And everyone eats breakfast, and you serve them an all-you-can-eat buffet for breakfast. We film for another 5 hours. At like 5 o'clock, 4:30, we eat dinner. And we eat that amazing dinner. And after that, we film until like maybe 8:30, 9. And after that, everyone eats dessert. Well, for the dessert, I might have the actors maybe take a 45-minute break for that. You get 2-hour breaks, and then for the dessert, you get a 45-minute break. Because it's getting late. We got to film for maybe another 2.5 more hours. And around maybe 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, maybe sometimes 1 o'clock, we go to bed. And the actors will be getting very little sleep, maybe 3 hours of sleep. And they gotta wake up at like 4:30. They gotta put the, especially the actor for Eric and all them. The people have to put the masks on them and everything, and the makeup designers have to put the makeup on the actors. The actors will be getting very like 3-4 hours of sleep. Hence why every Fridays I'll do a thing where we film for maybe 8 hours. That way the actors can get more sleep, the crewmen can get more sleep. That way they're not stressed out. But even though it's blood, sweat, and tears, and you're getting very little sleep, I pay you a lot of money. You gotta work hard, man. Yeah, Peter's like, Ivan, like, be prepared for blood, sweat, and tears. Working for 1 year is not fun, Ivan. It's blood, sweat, and tears. I know, Peter. But because I know I'm going to get paid my money for it, I'm going to work my ass off. For Peter, obviously. VJ works her ass off for Peter. Yeah. But I told you, for me, like, it'll be easy. Like, after, like, 6 takes, Peter's like, Ivan, that's good enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? Peter tells you that. Whereas those other Hollywood actors have to work triple harder than me. Because they're all normal compared to me, right? Yeah, it's actually funny. Yeah. Yeah, man. That's why skies will blow out of the water, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah. But the question is, whose movie will be better? Will Mel Gibson's movie be better, or will Peter Jackson's movie be better? Ivan, what's your heart telling me? I'm going to be honest here. Something tells me Mel Gibson is going to make the better movie than Peter. It's just a gut feeling I have. But there's also another part of me that believes Peter is the right guy because he's a fantasy guy. He did Lord of the Rings. And Lord of the Rings, in my opinion, is the best movie children ever made. If Peter Jackson can do what he did for Lord of the Rings, they ain't still be an amazing movie, man. Yeah. But both the directors will make amazing movies. Even if I choose Peter, Peter will make an amazing movie. But the question is, one of them will make the better movie. But the question is, whose version of the movie is better? Peter's interpretation or Mel's interpretation? Which movie is better? Obviously. Will you make a lot of change in your book? Of course I will. There's some. I'm going to add more scenes with Eritad because Eritad is not as he's developed pretty well. Eritad is not developed as well as like the human characters in the book when you read it, and so I might add more scenes with Eritad in the movie to make it more interesting. I'm going to add more scenes to make it more interesting. I'm also going to change a few things in the book. Samsara? For example, there's a scene in the book when Tacitonius, I won't spoil the story for you, when Tacitonius and Cassius get captured, obviously, and they get thrown in a pit, obviously, and then Bull the Pit Watcher, they climb down the rope, and then Bull the Pit Watcher leaves the rope in the pit, but it's very, very high up in the pit, and somehow Cassius and Tacitonius, they're able to reach the rope and they escape the pit. That's almost I won't spoil the story for you. Whereas in the movie, I'm not going to do that. In the movie, what I'll do is, Bull the Pit Watcher, he takes the rope, and then Cassius and Tacitonians, they go down the pit, but then Bull the Pit Watcher does not leave the rope high up in the pit. The rope is not in the pit, obviously, but somehow a soft wind when they're in the pit blows the rope, and the rope ends up in the pit, and Tacitonius and Cassius end up escaping the pit. I don't know what causes the wind to blow. The ancestors are watching them. That's my Peter. That's a genius idea. You're very creative. I know, Peter. Yeah, that's better than the book. The book is a bit too cliche. Him leaving the rope in the pit is a bit stupid. So we can have in the movie the wind blows the pit, yeah, and you have the ancestors that are watching them. That's all I'm gonna say. I won't spoil the story. That's a genius idea. The ancestors are watching them, huh? In the pit, huh? And I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit, Ivan, you're creative. I'm looking at our maps. I can't wait for this movie. I'll say, I'm like, no, Peter, relax. You know what I'm saying? I'm also gonna have the Southerns and the humans, they say the term wolves of Rak, the devil wolves of Rak, many times in the movie. Whereas in the book, they only say the wolves of Rak, I think, like 2 times. Whereas in the movie, I'll have them say, Peter, you should have them say the wolves of Rak 1 time in the movie. I'd make it more interesting. Yeah, Peter will do that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. And me, Peter, and Fran, and Guillermo del Toro, we end up writing an amazing script together. I'll ask Peter, do we need Philip Boyens for the movie? We don't need her. Fran's and Guillermo del Toro is enough to help us with the script, Ivan. Yeah, Peter will tell me that. So, sorry. Ivan, you're very creative. Yeah, I don't be right. Ivan, you have all these good ideas, man. You're helping me out a lot, man. Yeah, Ivan, that's better than Bo just leaving the rope in the pit. Yeah, you make it change, make it movie better. Eritad has an axe in the book. In the movie, he has a sword. He has a long sword. That way you get better fighting with Tactius. Obviously, Samsara. I know what I'm doing. Samsara? Yeah. 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 He's like, Ivan, I can't wait to roll with you, Ivan. I know, VJ. I'm excited. You know, Ivan, seriously, I'm so excited to be in the movie, Ivan. Yeah, VJ, you finally get to be in a big budget movie with me, like Lord of the Rings, man. Yeah, I think something like previously, I'm thinking something like Arwen and Eowyn for VJ and for Lithia and like Mary and Belle Ivan. Yeah, they wore like clothes like that. Yeah, because Lithia is the daughter of Eli, who is the richest man in the South. He's the most powerful man in the South. Think something like remember Lake Town in The Hobbit? Remember that guy? What's his name again? In Lake Town. The minister, the counselor, whatever it is, I forget. Yeah, I think some of that for Eli. Yeah, I think some of that for Eli. He's a leader of Sav. Yeah, Eli's rich. He's the most powerful man in the South, obviously. And Lithia is his spoiled daughter. And Mary and Belle live with Lithia in his large house. But Eli is not as rich as Tactius and all them, because Tactius is royalty. He's a prince of Xanus. But he's loaded. He's rich. He's the richest man in the South, obviously. Somewhere. Ivan, how does Eli make his money? I don't explain it in the book, but Eli makes his money by making weapons for the Xanians. The Xanians pay him to make weapons for the Xanian army. That's why he's so rich. All that money goes to him. He's rich, man, Eli. Yeah, you can add that in the movie to make it more interesting. Yeah, Ivan, we should add that. We should add in the movie how Eli makes his money. He makes weapons for the Xanians. And the Xanians pay him so much money for it. That's why he's so rich. Eli was responsible for making weapons for the Xanian army. That's why That's why he's so rich. And there's other ways where he makes money too. You can add that and Job, Andy Serkis is Eli's hired caretaker. That's why Job was also rich too, because Eli pays Job a lot of money. Job is rich too. He's rich. He's Eli's hired caretaker, and he lives with Eli too. He's Eli's hired caretaker. And he's a pothead. You're going to see Andy Serkis. He's a pothead in the movie. Yeah. Here's Ivan. Andy Serkis is perfect, Job. I know. He was born to play that role. I know. Nobody can top Andy Serkis for Job. That's why I'm not going to have anyone compete with Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis got the job. There's no one like Andy Serkis. Yeah, Peter Ivan. Andy Serkis is Job. Nobody can beat Andy Serkis for Job. I know. Yeah, I can picture Andy Serkis as Job. You chose the right cast. I know, Peter. Yeah, I can picture Andy Serkis as Job. Ivan the pothead. Yeah. Andy Serkis is a pothead in the movie. Yeah, he has that like laugh, and he's Eli's hard character. Looking at a sick movie. Yeah, man. A sick movie. Yeah. I'll add more scenes with Job too to make it more interesting in the movie. Because Job has quite a bit of scenes, but he's not as major as Tacitonius and Cassius. Andy Serkis, you got it. Peter, we got to give Andy Serkis. Yeah, we'll give him more scenes in the movie. Yeah, give more scenes in the movie, obviously. But Andy Serkis is a supporting character. He has a lot of scenes in the movie. Obviously, some time. Yeah. Sarah? Ivan, you're choosing a lot of my Lord of the Rings guys. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Ivan, you should choose Vigo for Maramis. Yeah, Vigo's good too, but the only thing about Vigo is his age. No, Vigo's fine. He'll be like, I don't know, 78 when he films in 77. He'll be fine. But I think Don Cheadle's best. Don Cheadle's my first choice. And then Vigo's my second choice, and then Russell Crowe's my third choice. But they're going to be competing hard for the job. They have to compete. I might choose Vigo. You never know, right? I might choose Russell Crowe. But I think I'm going to go for Don Cheadle. I think Don Cheadle's best for Maramis. Or Vigo, perhaps. Yeah. Vigo's like, sign me up, Ivan. I don't make this in Hollywood. I make like my 5 in Hollywood. For Lord of the Rings, I made like $1 million for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. Vigo will tell me that. And you signed me to like my 28 million deal. He's like, holy shit. Yeah, Vigo's walking away with on like 11 million in his bank after taxes for the movie. A lot of money. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He's like, sign me up, Ivan. I'm like, yeah, Vigo, I signed you this contract. You get your free with me. All I ask is you work hard for me, Vigo. All I have to worry about work hard for you. I work much harder for you than I did for Bob Shane McLean. I mean, he's like, fuck Hollywood, Ivan. I got nothing for Lord of the Rings. And I got served like shitty food, like sandwiches for Lord of the Rings, Ivan. And yeah, you get served an all-you-can-eat buffet, Vigo. You get your 10 million base, you get your 60 million from profits, your 2.34 million for the game, and you get your like a million like 2 for the merch. And your 300K for the 250K for the promos. It's good deal for Vigo. He's like, sign me up, Ivan. Yeah, if I choose Vigo, yeah. And he works harder for me than he even did for Lord of the Rings. You see Vigo's acting in Xanus. Holy shit, man. Vigo destroyed the role of Maramis. It was a better performance even as Aragorn in Lord of the Rings. Yes, because I paid him more money. And I gave him better perks. And I got him out of the Hollywood system. I gave him his freedom. If you give the actors their freedom, they're going to work even harder for you because they're making all that money and they're free. They get their freedom, man. They work even harder for you. They all work harder for me than they do in Hollywood. Yeah. In Hollywood, they're dirty slaves. Whereas for my company, they're what? They get their freedom. I'm a good man. I'm not doing it at the gates. We're going to turn into points so I make our money. Samsara. Yeah. Why do you think Vigo's good for the why do you think Vigo's good for the Ramirez Archer? Because I saw him in the Helm's Deep War. He was commanding the archers. Remember how he was commanding the Haldir's archer army in Two Towers? Yeah, that's why he's also good for Maramis. Yeah, I can picture Vigo's Maramis too. The captain of the archers. Oh yeah, people tell me that. Yeah, people tell me that. Yeah. I'm sorry. Peter might want me to go for Vigo because he's biased. I even choose Vigo, man. I did Lord of the Rings, man. Choose Vigo for Xanus. I'm like, somebody tells me Don Cheadle's better, Peter. And I see what you're saying. Don Cheadle's good for Maramis, who people tell me that, yeah. For the movie. I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell the actors. I'm gonna show all the Hollywood actors that scene with Faramir. I want you guys to whenever the wolves are approaching, I want you guys to be a bit scared, fearful, but you're also brave, like Faramir was in Lord of the Rings. Okay, Ivan, they all destroyed the role because I paid them I paid all the Hollywood actors a lot of money, man, for my movie. Yeah, you're looking at an amazing performance. Because Ivan, you're looking at Oscar performances, yeah. Ivan, if you think Sean Austin's performance is amazing, think of a performance better than that. Because you paid the actors way more money, yeah. Sean Austin was the heart of the Lord of the Rings movie. He destroyed the role of Sam. And he got nothing for the movie, man. He worked so hard for Peter. You don't imagine how hard these Hollywood actors work for me. They're going to work hard for me because they're getting paid. And they're in they know this is going to open the door for them and launch their careers. That's why they even work harder, obviously. I told you, even though they're going to be pretty successful in Hollywood, more successful in Hollywood, they're still side tension. Me and Vijay's greatest Skiv Counter is the main event, not their movies. Some Sarah? Billy Boyd might be good for Bearmis. The servant of Queen Sarah, maybe. He's pretty good, obviously. But Bearmis is not that major of a character, so I won't pay Billy Boyd that much for the movie. But I don't know. You have to have to compete for the job, yeah. Obviously. Because you're choosing a lot by the Lord of the Rings guys. I'm like, yeah, Peter. He's like, holy shit. Yeah. I'm like, Peter, are you more excited for Xanus or Lord of the Rings? Like, Ivan, are you fucking kidding me? I'm way more excited for your movie. Ivan, you're acting as Prince Tacitus, man. He did Lithia, And your story is better than Lord of the Rings, and you gave me like a 1.8 on our budget. I'm way more excited for your movie, Ivan. Are you fucking kidding me? He's like, fuck Bob Shady and Michael and Ivan. They owe me money, Ivan. Yeah. Apparently they owe me money. Ivan, you pay me way more money than what I made for Lord of the Rings. You gave me out of the budget. They gave me a shade higher than budget, Ivan. I was limited to what I can do, yeah. Whereas your budget's unlimited, I can do whatever I want to do for the movie, Ivan. Because all happy, yeah. Ivan, seriously, whatever I want to do for the war, for the horror of the wolves and bats, for the world building, I can afford it, Ivan. Building like 1 acre, 1 acre mountain, 2 acre cities, we can afford it, Ivan. I know, Peter. I gave him on the budget. That's why he's happy. Like for the cavern city, I can actually have them build like a 1.5 acre cavern city, and you apply the visuals. That looks amazing with the pillars and everything. I can easily afford to build a 1 acre artificial fake mountain, like that green mossy mountain, a fake mountain, and there's a pathway. And when you apply the visuals, it's beautiful, man. Please, when you apply the visuals, it looks so beautiful. I know. Lord of the Rings, we had like small, tiny little sets that looked amazing. Yeah. And you can only imagine how beautiful your world looks. It's been beautiful, I know, Peter. He's all excited with the movie, yeah. Your company blows out of the water. I know, Peter blows out of the water, son. Yeah. This is a 2-hour video, guys. Your lucky day. I made a 2-hour video. Yeah. Yeah. And now you guys have to sign why all the agents in Hollywood and managers, they're going to tell their actors, yeah, guys, never go with the Xanus SOURCE. Ivan's company blows out of the water. He can easily pay you more. This is your ticket out of the Hollywood system. Ivan's company blows out of the water. And they're all never going with Xanus SOURCE. Please, guys, you give the team good word. Can you give the Ivan and VJ good word for us, man, please? We're begging all the Xanus SOURCE for word. It's crazy, man. Like, Oscar Isaac and Adam Driver and Daisy really are really going to, like, sincerely beg John Mayer for word. They're really going to beg him for word. Yeah, man. And John's like, don't worry about it. He's a bit annoyed. Don't worry about it, guys. I will. He doesn't give word. I'm not giving you word. If I ask you for word, you want to give word? I'm not giving you word. Yeah, John Mayer doesn't have to give word. He's selfish. Yeah. I don't want you to be lucky like me. Yeah, he's selfish, man, John Mayer. So I'm going to give word. John, it's not fair, man. You're making more than us, and you signed that massive deal. They're going to see his contract. His $20 million deal. You know what I'm saying? And you're part of that amazing story fighting all those devils. Did you see the beings? Yeah, man, I saw the beings. They're fucking devils, man. How scary. Like, you're looking at a realization of horror. Ivan's putting $1.8 billion towards the movie, man. Holy shit, you're lucky, John. Yeah. John, man, I'm not kidding around. I know you think I'm joking around, man. I need your help, man. Can you please give the bosses a good word, man? I want a Hollywood, man. It's not fair, man. We're all left behind the Hollywood system, and you're saved in that Ivan VJ movie. It's not fair, John. Don't worry about it, guys. I will. Let's get word. I'm not giving you word. If I asked you for word, you wouldn't give word. I'm not giving you word. He doesn't give word. John, he's selfish. That's actually funny. But they're really going to beg for word, man. They're going to be sincere. Like, John, please, I need your help. Please, John, I'm not kidding around. They're going to tell John, I know you think I'm playing games. I'm not playing the games. I'm not joking around. I really want to be in his ass room, man. Can you please give the bosses a good word, man? Please, John, please. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I will. Don't worry about it, man. He doesn't give word, John, man. He's selfish. I'm not giving you word. But the agents are going to tell the actors, look, man, beg your ass off for the actors to give you word. The Xanus has to give you word. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. All the Lord of the Rings actors are going to be begging Andy Serkis, Carl Urban, Vigo if he shows. They're going to beg John Rhys Davis. Yeah, they're going to beg all those guys for word. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. I'm like, Peter, John Rhys Davis is really good for Eli. The only problem with him is his age. He'll be like 90. Because I don't worry about it. He'll be fine. Because he's Black Man's movie. No, I don't be fine. Don't worry about it. He can't do the fighting scenes because he's too old, but he can still do the movie. Obviously. Yeah, but it'll be fucking old John. But John Davis is so good for Eli. I can picture him as Eli. Yeah, I can picture Eli too. Peter will tell me that, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He has that powerful voice. He even kind of looks like VJ Ivan. I know, Peter. You chose the right cast. I know, Peter. John Davis is really good for Eli, but the problem with him is his age. He'll be like 90 when he does Xanus. 90 years old. 91 maybe? Yeah, 92. He'll be a fucking old man. And that's why I might choose someone else. Yeah. I might choose someone else for the movie, yeah. The John Davis is old, but it'll be fine though. Because I don't have to worry about it. We'll have chairs for him when he's tired. He can sit down. He's blind, you know what I'm saying? We can have a nutrition plan. We'll be fine, Ivan. Don't worry about it. He'll make it, Ivan. He'll make it to the world release premiere, Ivan, for the movie. He'll make it, Ivan. Don't worry about it. Here's Blind by Three. Blind by Three the movie, Peter. Yeah, it's actually funny. Blind by Three the movie, Peter. Yeah. Bernard Hill was really good for Eli, but he passed away last year. He died, man. Sad, man, yeah. He was really good for Xanus, but he passed away last year. He died. Last year, he passed away. Yeah, man, it's sad, huh? You know who's also good for Maramis? The actor who played Faramir for Lord of the Rings. He's good too. You can have him compete with Vigo too. You can have him. He's good too, right, for the role. Yeah, he's good too. He's good for the role. Yeah, I can picture him as a captain of the archers. Yeah, he's cheaper, that guy. He's worth only like a few million. What's his name? Have him compete too for the role, right? David Wenham. David Wenham, yeah. He's good too. But how much is he worth? He's cheaper, right? Have him compete too with Vigo and all them, right? He's worth $3 million. Yeah, so for him, you can pay him his like 4.2 salary, and you can give him his $6 million of the film profit. He's cheaper than Vigo and Don Cheadle. You can have him compete with Russell Crowe, Vigo, and Don Cheadle. Yeah, you got to have all these actors compete. You got to give actors an opportunity to be in your movie, right? Because he's good for the Captain of the Archers too, Ivan. He's cheaper too. Yeah, for him, I can pay him like his 4.2 million salary. Give him $6 million of the $6 million of the film profits. That's a good deal for him. And you can give David his you pay him $1 million, like $6 for the game. And you give him his like $300K for the merch. So you sign, I don't know, 11 million deal. Massive contract, yeah. So 4.2 plus 6 plus 1.6. Yeah, David signed like a 12 million deal. 12 million deal. It's a massive contract for him, obviously. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He made like, I don't know, his 100K for Lord of the Rings. This is one of my company balls out of the water, man. They all sign massive contracts. Yeah. He's like, holy shit, my eyes balls out of the water. Yeah, I paid him more money. Where does he live, though? I think he lives in New Zealand, right? He lives in Australia. So if he signed a 12 million deal, He signed a $13.5 million Australian money. This is what my comedy blows out of the water, yeah. Yeah. So David Wenham, whatever his name is, if he's chosen, I can pay him, sign him to his like $12 million deal. Obviously, in Canadian money, which is a $13.5 million deal in his Australian money. $13 million after taxes is what? It's like, I don't know, 7-something million. He's walking around on like 7 million, 6.8 million is back after taxes. This is when my comedy blows out of the water. Have him compete with Vigo, Don Cheadle, and Russell Crowe for Maramis. Because he's good for Maramis too. He was a captain in my Lord of the Rings movie. I even knew you're interested in my Lord of the Rings guys. I'm like, yeah, Peter, I'm interested in Lord of the Rings guys. I knew you have like a Lord of the Rings reunion for movie. You're interested in my Lord of the Rings guys. I'm like, yeah, Peter. Yeah. And for Baramis the servant, Billy Boyd is good too. Billy Boyd is good. Billy Boyd's worth like $6 million, I think. But like Baramis is not that major of a character, so like I won't pay him as much. Billy Boyd, you can pay him, I don't know, pay him 3.5. You can have him. I'm like, Peter, what do you think of Billy Boyd for Baramis, the servant of Queen Sarah? All right, I can picture Billy Boyd as a servant of Queen Sarah. Ivan, yeah. Because Peter's Boyd was here in the movie, yeah. No, I mean, seriously, Billy Boyd is good for Billy Boyd is good for the servant of Queen Sarah. I can picture him. Yeah, he was a servant in Return of the King. Yeah, Ivan, you're itching along with these guys. I'm like, yeah, Peter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Billy Boyd is worth like $6 million, so he's pretty big. You have to pay him a lot of money. For him, I can pay him. I don't know. Pay him 3.5. Pay him 3. Because Baramis is not that major, right? Pay Billy Boyd is 3, but you can give him 6. You can give him $7 million of the film profits. Billy Boyd. That's a good deal for him. That's a $10 million deal. And you can give him his $1 million. I don't know. His $1 million 6 for the game. So you can pay Billy Boyd $3 million. And then you give him $7 million of the product because he's bigger than David Wham. You give him 7. That's a $10 million deal. Plus 7. Obviously, that's 10. You pay him $1.6 million for the game. That's 11.6. He gets his $250K for the promos. That's 11.8. So Billy Boyd also signed, if he goes speaking, he signed like his $12 million deal too. But Billy Boyd, where does he live? He lives where? Billy Boyd's actually good for Baramis. You can have him compete for the job for Baramis. Yeah, it's a good, you know what I'm saying? Peter, you're issuing a lot of Lord of the Rings guys. Yeah, I'm Peter. You're Lord of the Rings guys. Yeah. Where does Billy Boyd live? He lives in Glasgow. Yeah. Yeah. Have Billy Boyd compete for the job. Obviously. What about Elijah Wood? Elijah Wood's too young. Elijah Wood's only 40. Billy Boyd's in his 50s, so by the time he does... Baramis is an older guy, so by the time he does Zanes, he'll be in his 60s, Billy Boyd. So you can have Billy Boyd compete for the job. Peter, what do you think of Billy Boyd for the servant Baramis? But Billy Boyd will not be fighting the movie. He's just a servant of Queen Sarah. Obviously. But Baramis is a pretty major character too. Yeah, he's a supporting character. A pretty major character. Obviously, but I can easily have cheaper actors do Baramis too. They pay him like because Billy Boyd, he's pretty big. He's pretty big. You have to pay him too. Yeah, pay him like his $7 million of the film profits. You know what I'm saying? And this is why my company blows out of the water, guys. I'm paying all the Hollywood actors way more than what I mean. Billy Boyd made his $250K for Lord of the Rings. So if he's chosen for Barrymans, yeah, I mean, fuck Hollywood. I want to work my chart for you. You signed me to like my 12 million deal. Yeah. In Hollywood, for Lord of the Rings, I made like 250K, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Previous, Ivan, your company blows out of water. All your stars are signed to massive deals, I know. I'm making sure they all get paid. They work hard for me. Yeah. I know I'm doing. Yeah. Peter, Ivan, you have like a Lord of the Rings reunion for your Zanes. I know a lot. I'm interested. Ivan, you're interested a lot in my Lord of the Rings actors. Oh, yeah. Because Peter's biased. Yeah, Ivan, you should go for Billy Boyd for Barrymans. I can picture him as the servant of Queen Sarah, Ivan. Billy Boyd, Yeah, Ivan, you got to pay him a lot of money, too. Yeah, Peter, we can pay him as 3. Pay Billy Boyd as 3 million. I'm not going to pay him any more than 3 because Barrymans is not as major. But I'll give you more than David Wham, Billy Boyd, to keep you happy. You get 7 million of the film profits. That's your 10 million deal, 1.6 million for the game, and you get 250K for the promos, and you have potential earnings in speaking, which range from 800,000 to $1 million in speaking. So he's signing like his 12 million deal, Billy Boyd. Massive contract. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. In Hollywood, he makes, I don't know, his 1 million in Hollywood. Yeah, 2 million in Hollywood, 1.5 million in Hollywood. Yeah, it's a good deal for him. People tell me, I can picture Billy Boyd as Barrymans, the servant of Queen Sarah. Yeah, but Billy Boyd will not be fighting in the movie because he's just a servant. He's a servant of Queen Sarah, but he's not. He doesn't fight in the movie. Barrymans is pretty major, a bit more minor. That's why I'm not going to pay him as much for his base, but I can give him 7 million of the film profits, Billy Boyd, to keep him happy. That way, he's not pissed off. I'm saying. You need to pay them a lot of money the way they work. Considering you and VJ are making a lot of money off your movie, make sure these Hollywood actors get paid. The pretty major characters get paid. That way they're happy, they're not pissed off. So I'm saying? And they'll finally hit Peter's mind. He's like, holy shit, man. All your Hollywood actors signed mega deals, Ivan. Your company blows out of the water. I know, Peter. It blows all out of the water. I know. My company blows out of the water, man. Yeah, man. Hence why I'm going to be very strict with Peter, man. I signed you to your 1.4 million deal. You're not getting more money for the World Tour, man. You're fucking greedy. Ivan, why not, man? I should get more of that. I'm like, Peter, man. I'm not going to pay you more. You get an equal amount with all the stars. I'm not going to pay more money, man. Stop being greedy, Peter. You're fucking greedy, man. Yeah. Because Peter wants to break a check. I don't want to break a check out of that. Yeah, he's greedy. Peter wants to make like his 2.534 million in speaking because he's greedy, man. He wants more. He feels he deserves more than the actors. He's much bigger than them. I'm much bigger than Mike Peter. I'm already paying more than the actors. You get an equal amount of the actors World Tour. I'm not paying more money for you. Stop being greedy, man. I'm sorry. Fine, Ivan. Whatever, man. Mike Peter, are you pissed off? Yeah, Ivan. I deserve more. Mike Peter, I'm paying way more than all the actors for the movie. Their contract is pocket change compared to your contract. You get an equal amount with the actors. I'm not paying more money, Peter. That's why he might push for me to take like 70-80% of the money because he wants more money. Peter wants to make like his $2-3-4 million for. If you take 9% of the money, you'll be making like your $15-16 million in speaking, and we'll be making like our $3 million in speaking, Ivan. Because Peter wants money. Peter, if I take 9% of the money, the owners are not making any money, man. They invested money in renting the venue. They got to make some good money. I'm not going to take 9% of the money. That's evil, Peter. But Peter's blind by his greed. He doesn't care, obviously. He's greedy. Yeah, he's a greedy pig, Peter. He's greedy. He's a greedy pig, Samsara. Peter's a greedy pig. Yeah. He's a greedy Peter. Amen. So Peter wants to make, because Peter knows me and VJ are going to make like our $10 million in speaking, the speaking fee deal, he wants a bigger chunk of that. He wants like $3 million of that. He's greedy. I should get more. I'm like, Peter, I'm not paying you more, man. You get an equal amount with the actors. I'm not paying more money, man. You're making way more than everyone else. You're making even more than my presidents, Peter. You sign your 1.4 million deal. I'm not going to pay you more than the actors for the World Tour. You get an equal amount, man. Stop being greedy, Peter. Yeah, whatever, man. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit pissed off. Yeah, Peter, if you're not happy with this deal, the speaking deal, you're more than welcome to not come to and you won't even make any money off this. Yeah. I can have you not come. I'll just have Guillermo Toro come, and you're missing out on your $1 million. I mean, it's a deal. You know what I'm saying? He's a bit pissed off, yeah. He's greedy. He's a greedy pig, Peter. Watch out for the greedy Peter, Ivan. He's a greedy pig. Some saying? Yeah. That's why Xanus will blow out of the water, and Xanus was the best movie ever made. Anyways, guys, I talked for 2 hours. That's good enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Stay tuned. I'll make your video tomorrow. This is Admer. I'm signing off. Peace, guys. Don't hate him. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Peace out, guys.